Yo, what's good, everybody? This is episode, whatchamacallit? Who knows? We lost track.
Y'all better be listening.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm Jared Lang, as you know. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Thomas.
What's goody?
Mario Allen.
I'm back, baby. Yes.
Yeah. And John Norris.
What's up, y'all?
Man, did y'all get those Avengers Endgame tickets? That shit was looking crazy April 2nd.
Nope. I said I'm a fold. I want decent seats. I'm not about to be sitting up under here getting carpal tunnel in my neck. Trying to watch the movie.
I was gonna wait, but you know who got his tickets first and tell everybody.
Jay Prince.
No.
Yes, Jay Prince did get his.
Jay Prince need to buy me my tickets. We need to rap,
bro.
bro.
I better get mine.
We need to rap,
the
bro.
7 o'clock show.
Right.
Yeah. First, let's get right down to it. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man. Not only was he a great artist, he was also a great human being that I think everyone should just strive to be like. Honestly, he brought so much positive energy and spirit to this world, and his death is just so untimely. It just can't believe it's happening. I wish it was an April Fool's joke, but we sitting here today thinking about his legacy, what he left behind and stuff, and then also, we study ourselves how we could be better, how can we be like him, do for the community like he has done, Like I said,
absolutely.
He really left a mark and legacy for people even to say who haven't even listened to his music or whatever, just can tell by his spirit and energy, what he meant for his community and what he did, in his lifespan. Like people saying Tupac talk about it, he did it.
Yeah.
Honestly. For real.
Which Nipsey credited to a lot of stuff that he did was because Tupac inspired him to do the stuff. Tupac never got the opportunity to do the things that he was able to do. And I just feel like it's real sad that it was cut short, though.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
He has so much more promise. I mean, including he was supposed to be meeting with the city officials and the LAPD the next day to try to figure out how to, bring more peace to the city, how to stop the violence and stuff like that. I mean, he really gave back to a place where he really made his mark, really started. And the saddest part about this, it's more than one sad part about it. There's no way around it. It's sad in many different facets.
Right.
But the worst part is that I'm just watching March Madness and, I'm on Twitter because I follow my sporting events on Twitter and stuff. I like to see what people are saying about, I'm watching Duke. And all of a sudden, man, I just see Nipsey just got shot. And the worst part about it is I'm on my timeline. Anybody know that's been on Twitter.
Right.
Twitter unfiltered and stuff just pop up, and all I see is a picture of him with a little girl, and then I see him laying on the ground with blood on his. You know what I mean? Bro, I'm like, whoa, what is going on? You know what I mean? And it's
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to see what people are saying about Zion and Duke about to go down. You know what I mean? And they just sucked that. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? I didn't get the news, and I kind of relate the news to y'all,
Right.
I got the news, and that's, for me to see that, man, was just man.
Yeah.
That's forever ingrained in my mind. That image is you know what I mean? And
that's why I try to stay away from no videos.
But the saddest part about it is we're literally fighting each other on social media right now. Is it conspiracy? Was it not a conspiracy?
Stay woke.
Y'all, we got people with the stay woke stuff,
mattered.
right? Yeah.
This man just died. This man just got shot.
He's not even buried yet.
Right, yeah. Immediately, right after that, people talking about Dr. Sebi, and he was about to come out with this and this conspiracy stuff, and I just and she sitting there, and I just blinked out of the game, and I just couldn't. I was just on my timeline. First I was on there to see if he made it through.
Right.
You know what I mean? See if he got the medical attention he needed. But then I see the conspiracy stuff. It's man, y'all had us ready to key this up. At this moment to be you know what I'm saying? It's are y'all serious? He got Lauren and all those, his kids and all these people, and we talking about that right now.
And then
that's disrespectful. That's so that doesn't. You know what I mean? And the
it's
fact
on
that,
both ends too.
But we got people fighting each other over somebody who's trying to unite us.
Right, and then you got people.
That's the crazy part about social media in this day and age and stuff. Is like, man, we really need to examine ourselves. Like he was trying to teach us.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, people's past and stuff be brought up, but everybody evolves.
Right.
Everybody changes.
And then you got people on the other side who, when they found out it was a black person, just bringing down the whole black society. This is our people doing that. Like, come on, man. Like, one person doesn't dictate all the black society and how we are, things like that. Like,
great.
Come on, man. It's like on both sides, and I hated to see that too. Like on Facebook and things like that, people just going back and forth. Like, the man's not even buried yet. Like for real. Talk about his legacy more. We look behind. Like, talk about what you're gonna do more for the community, like he did. Things like that. Not fighting bigger between each other. It's like all the time, like these celebrity deaths, we just gotta fight or anything.
Right. For me, as an artist, he was underappreciated and underrated.
Like
he made some great music, and you know, for the most part, people just, that's some great stuff, and just kept it pushing.
Right, absolutely.
He knew
his worth from the beginning.
He knew how the old school generation goes to Tupac, and how the new generation has gone to XX. You feel me? This is our guy. You feel me? Like, we saw this dude mature from, you know, I was on X, Y, and Z doing X, Y, and Z. Like, hold on. That was for me. I don't want the same thing for you. Let me go about this the right way. And I got enough clout. I got enough. People use clout so negatively nowadays.
I think because people use it so much.
Right, but I'm not using it in a negative way. Yeah. I'm just saying he has that much power and that much pull in his city to where he's trying to go about it the right way. What can we do to work together for me, which is the right way? And as you said, Jared, for me, I'm just disappointed in our culture, because why are we even arguing right now? Why is this even something we will argue about? You have to, these one of them stay, I tell, you know, people sometimes, like, you got these stay woke moments, like, you say I'm arguing about one thing, but in all actuality, why don't you just elevate your way of thinking a little bit more? Why are we even arguing about how he died?
Right.
Why are we even doing any of this? It's unfortunate that he's dead, and we should be mourning and celebrating his, you know, his life, versus going, was it this, was it that? And you know, people on social media, they can't sit there and have a conversation. People don't know how to debate without disrespecting someone.
Yes.
But it's just, and for me, I want to say something controversial. It's just a shame, like, what's happening to our group, our age bracket, to our black icons, our black leaders, like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, and you know, I mean, they're all in different categories, but you know, people are dying out here. Whitney Houston, you feel me? People are dying out here, and come to find out, it's, you know, some extra stuff in the background. But it's just unfortunate, and for the dude that allegedly did it, like, why? I thought we were better than this. I thought we were getting past this. Like, you don't hear too much of, I mean, it still happens, but we just don't glorify it like we used to, which is a good thing. But you don't see people, you know, you don't hear too much about black people killing black people. Like, at least I haven't. I don't know about anybody else, but you don't hear about it too much. You don't hear people, you know, glorifying it like they used to. And I thought we were past this.
And what's sad about it, this happened at a place where he thought he was safe at. This was like his hood, like
block,
for real, his block.
When before he even had the store over there, I think when he shot Crenshaw over there, it was on that corner. I went back and watched that video, and I was like, oh, that's where his store was at. Like, that's crazy, man. I mean, we lost a big one. We lost a giant. I would call it a giant shadow, only because a lot of people really, you know, he made a huge impact with people really. Perfect example is just like, people don't get the flowers while they can still smell them, because all these people that's saying this about Nipsey now, and you know, I would consider myself a fan, but I wasn't always following him.
Here,
you know what I'm saying? But I never said like any of his projects was whack. It wasn't primarily the first thing I was popping in, but it's like, you know, it's unfortunate that it would take an event like this for me to appreciate. I'm talking about just me in this particular moment, that I would have to take the time it would take something like this to appreciate it, because what I respected about him most, it wasn't just like his music was good, but it was beyond that. Like watching his interviews and like he said, his spirit, his energy, his intelligence, his attitude about reading and smartening up. Like you don't see individuals, especially in our community, that's like that. That has that level of a clout, as you want to say, of exposure. That say, hey, you know, it ain't about just being an athlete or entertainer. Like, let's make a museum about, you know, black people that's into tech or into pushing technology and this, that, and the thing.
Right,
like, he was on that. He like, I'm all about that. Yeah, my name Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, I'm a rolling 60s Crip. So what? I want to learn about technology. I want to bring myself somewhere beyond where our culture has been held at for decades now.
Yeah.
Crips been around doing the same thing, even in Bloods, like just gang activity has been rooted in the same things for the longest. And it was just somebody that was like, you know, I made it out, what can I do from here? You know, instead of doing what all the other artists might have said, you know, at a time, like you look at your 50 Cents and things like that, like they get out the hood, you know, and they might not ever turn back, or if they turn back, it's just like for a quick run with some family, and they shooting back out because they got enemies or whatever. He's stuck by his homeland, but he wasn't foolish in it. You know what I'm saying? He was in it, but he wasn't in it getting in trouble. He was in it trying to better the neighborhood, better the community. He was still talking to folks. He wasn't acting like, you know, he didn't have his nose up in the sky. Like he was still
like, oh, yo, this my hood.
You know, yeah, he still rock with the same people. He wasn't acting like he was too good to talk to somebody. He was like, come holler at me. Like, let's talk business. You got an idea? Like, you know. And, you know, it's unfortunate that he passed. And definitely when he left, it I don't know, the energy just changed. It felt like it's equivalent to like how what happened like with X. It was just, it's not only that because he lost it that we lost him, but it's just the conditions and how he passed. It was just unfortunate. Absolutely. You know, in the same instance, he was gunned down by people like ourselves. It's like, what's the issue? What is you after? Because I didn't hear anything about this person that large with a large sum of money. They killed him and left. Turned themselves in. What's the deal?
That's crazy.
You know, that's all I got. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy, you know. But like you said, the impact he just left too. Like it's a lot of sad things to talk about. Just like for Lauren London's sake, like how shit just got stripped away from her. Her loved one just got ripped away from her.
I can appreciate Laura because, and I don't mean to engage in the buffoonery, but you know, a lot of people do things for the exposure. She mourned. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wasn't on social media, X, Y, and Z.
She said something like maybe 3 days, 4 days afterwards.
Right. And it's like, I mean, you could tell she's really hurt, but it's unfortunate.
But Nipsey, man, you really left your mark in this world and left the impact. And you know, like the old saying, you know, real niggas don't die, they multiply. Hopefully, this sprout like many more people see what you did to do more, be more like you, and get back to the community, stay more in the community, and just be positive. You know. Spread positivity loud. So, you know, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Next topic. So, fixing our own interpersonal relationships in the black community. John, you really want to speak on this. I say like most of our, I guess, interpersonal relationships are how to fix it. Number one is just minding our own business. We stuck on like looking at everybody else, seeing what everybody else doing. You know, it's to the simple fact like, you know, when somebody gets engaged, they have a ring. Girls want to talk about, oh, her nails not done. Like you missing the whole point of that whole engagement situation. It's about love. Like if your nails ain't done or not, you know, he proposed to her. Like you guys missing the whole point. That's what y'all focus on.
We need to get back to how black people, African Americans thought when, you know, Jim Crow and slavery was going on. We banded together. You know, I'm not saying we have to, you know, relive those troubled times, but at the same time, you ever heard of Black Wall Street?
Yeah, I know that. In
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like, we need to get back to that. Like, how you can go to a suburban, you know, area, one of the gated off communities, and all the neighbors know each other.
Mm-hmm.
They have city meetings, talk about what's going on in the city. They facilitate each other. We need to get back to that. We kind of we kind of hold our nose up to stuff like that. Oh, look at this white little area. Look at this, look at that. Where do you think they got it from?
Right.
Where do you think they got it from?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm just
saying
saying.
we need more attention to that instead of just like I said, like mind your own business.
We need to get our community back. I agree with you saying. Like, I mean, I kind of do, but then I kind of don't. Not to just try to force a debate, but I'm just like, man, if we could get back to that community feeling,
I understand, like,
you don't have to like everybody, but everyone at least had a certain respect. It's like there were just, when we were growing up, there were certain do's and don'ts, even for the hood people.
Right.
If we about to work, we can't work right here because it's neutral ground type stuff.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just whatever.
We got to reestablish the village, man.
Right.
Yeah. Like my mom said back in the day, like the thugs was actually like the real gentlemen, nice guys or whatever. For real.
They only pop fly when it calls for it. You messing with their money, you messing with some kids,
right.
You doing some foul stuff. They own it. Other than that,
and then if some kids turn to like, no, don't do this. Get your education.
Right. Don't be like me.
Right.
But that was a different, not to be not narcissistic, but not to be, pessimistic about the situation. But that's because they was bred by that time where it was troublesome, and it was a situation that called for us, in a sense, forced us to band together the way we did. Because that was the only means of survival. Now we're free, so it's kind of like we went from this, and then it's like, all right, everything ain't even good for real. It's just that we had certain bondages we was released from, so people just started saying, okay, I'm gonna go this way, and then it turned into, I'm gonna just mind my business, and then somewhere in between in that phase, it turned into two people bumping heads, and it was like, middle fingers exchanged, words exchanged, and now everybody just like watching it and exposing it to each other, so it's just spreading like a virus, this attitude, this mentality. On top of the fact that, like, I'm cold-hearted. Everybody wants to say I'm cold-hearted, don't trust nobody, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of these mantras that I see all the time. Don't trust nobody. My heart turned cold. I ain't got no love, blah, 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 blah. Just because, you went through X, Y, and Z. But guess what? We going through life. And in life, you should be, especially if you're an adult, you should be accustomed to bad things happening to you. No matter what level of scale it is, you have to prepare yourself to know how to deal with those things, because that's what builds your character, not the good stuff you're going through. The good things, the good shit we go through, we take for granted, for real. If you had a lot of money and you had a lot of money, you're gonna be buying out whatever, unless you a person that don't spend any money. But what I'm saying is you having that money sitting there, you lose the hunger for it. A lot of people do. The average person is gonna lose hunger for that thing because they have it now. If you wave a cracker in the face of somebody that's starving, they're gonna work for that harder than you probably would for your 4-course meal later on that night in your comfortable house with your comfortable bed and your family and XYZ. So the emergency stems from the word urgency. Like, it was an urgent situation, so we emerged to meet that oppression. You know what I'm saying? And now that the oppression isn't as strong of a force as it was then, not saying it's not there, it's very much there. It's just concealed. And we're living within these laws to where it's like they can't do this to us, but let's keep it real, they can. It changed them as well as it changed us. Whoever they may be. It's exceptions for everybody. I'm not trying to say generally white people are bad or they're the enemy. You know who you are. If you on the right side of the line, then I salute you. If not, then I would recommend that you take some time to reflect and get it together, because we all in this shit at the end of the day as one race, and we ain't racing against each other. I don't even know why it's called race. Who trying to get where first? You tell me. It's a marathon. Shout out to Nip.
I mean, my personal opinion on it is that I understand it's all good and well that we had that urgency there at one point. But why do we allow the wolves to be pulled over our eyes on a consistent basis? From the time that we were sold off, supposedly, allegedly, to up till now, we let the wool be pulled over our eyes. By media, by what we taught, by forces that may be, and all that. how do we let the wool be pulled over our eyes? But then somebody like Nipsey or something, you know, lose their life. Then we good for a day or two, or something like that. But then we go right back to the same thing that I don't understand how. And I understand everybody go through life, man. Like, I go through the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I struggle. You know what I'm saying? Well, what people will say is a good paying job, but it don't feel like it to me. Right. But that doesn't, you know, turn me into a cold-hearted person where I don't give to the other person. I don't care about my community, or I care about this person or that person. Well, I understand that we've been through a lot of trauma and stuff like that, but we have history. It's shown to us that we can unite and we can do these things. But I just feel like we don't want to expend the energy to do that. Mm-hmm. We're used to just going into our shell and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we brought up mentally to look at ourselves in a funny way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we perpetuate those things constantly. Like, I see stupid stuff on social media every time. Like, hey, man, you know, you go to a party and my dude over there who got black Air Forces on, he got a gun. Like, where did that narrative come from, bro? Like, we make up half of this stuff ourselves, though.
Well, like you said,
because we think this stuff is cool, or we think this stuff is something funny for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand everybody uses social media to push their platforms and stuff like that, but if you look at the different races and stuff, man, they use the social media to push their brand, to push their agenda, or to push themselves, to support their family and stuff like that. You know, what do we use it for?
Jokes.
To make funny videos. Yeah. To talk about each other. Yeah. To be in somebody's business. Yeah. We quick to take out a phone when somebody in an emergency. We don't take it out to dial 911.
Right, instead of calling 911 to World Star.
Because I was crazy. First. I was this, I was that. Like Mario said, what are we racing to? We all racing to the same hood. Like, we all racing back to the same stuff.
Like, people pay attention on the
we pay attention about the wrong stuff.
Well, like you said, John, that wool is thick, and the people that can actually pull the cover from over our faces, it starts at the top. You feel me? Like, people, you know, we all know. People, you know, everyone's life is different. Some people go through a little bit more hardship, and everyone doesn't take the same type of hardship the same.
Right.
Some people, like you said, no love. I ain't got no love because I done been through X, Y, and Z. Some people had that done to them. Man, fuck niggas, fuck bitches. It's all about me, man. I'm gonna get mine however I need. Another person is, I don't want my child to experience this, so I'm gonna do better. That type of person needs to continue, you know, reaching out. And even if you can't reach out to the person, the older you get, start reaching out to their sons. Start reaching out to their daughters.
And that's what, and I think we so afraid of that.
Right.
We have
the community.
You know, we've bought into the stigma that they perpetuate on TV for us. Right. We buy into that stigma ourselves. And we let that contradict our lives. Oh, I ain't going to that plaza because of this.
Right.
I'm not talking to that dude because of this. But the same dude that you think is all hard and stuff is a reason why.
Right.
Maybe if you talk to him, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, just say, man, how you doing or something. Right. You might get a response that you're not expecting, man. Mm-hmm. And I think we so afraid of what has been put in our mind. I'm just putting it this way, and I know we running short on time, but you know Danny Green, right? You know Al Capone. You know, we look up to them in our community.
Why?
We look at them people like they godly figures and stuff, right? But they was gangsters. They was doing all this other stuff. But in their community, they were respected too. People was able to go up to them and talk to them, just almost like how Nipsey Hussle is. But we so clouded. We think that, oh man, if I go talk to old dude, man, this dude about to run up in my house, or he go do this, or he go do that. We only think about that about our own people like that.
Right.
And like back then, they knew like, oh, I'm not in the mob, or I'm not doing this, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, coming against them or nothing like that. So I can go talk to them. It's cool. You know, they leaders in our community. But I feel like we have to respect each other. And, man, unfortunately, they show us the way. Unfortunately, they passed, but they show us the way, man. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nipsey, they show us the way, man. Like, you can talk to each other, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just get past that facade of coming out soft by opening up to people. That's really what it is. It's a bunch of people just stuck in a shell. And it's a shell that they built themselves. It's not even, you're protecting yourself from the wrong thing. And you're closing yourself with a whole bunch of trash, for real. You're doing the opposite.
You're protecting yourself from the wrong thing and you pay attention to the wrong thing. That's what I'm trying to get at, man. But, we got to do better within our community. Go back to creating villages. I was talking about mind your business. It's just like I said before, paying attention to the wrong thing. But next up is how can we strive to do better?
Well, I feel like, we pretty much already covered that, man. As y'all can tell, man, this is very dear to the four of us sitting at this table. We all go through a different type of, thing. We see different things, you know what I mean? I see it from another lens of, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to demean anybody or nothing like that. I just, that's my situation, man. You know what I mean? I got a wife and kids and stuff, and I just see it from that, and it's like, man, how can I do better to teach my kids what I was taught? You know what I'm saying? And then Joe, man, he deal with kids every day and stuff, man. We all have nieces, nephews, or whatever, cousins or whatever, and it's very dear to us, man. And our community, man, if we need to get it together, man. We need to unify again. Not to say F this other race or F the other, but for our healing to happen, man. And I think Charlamagne said something to the extent of we don't need to disregard each other. We need to unite and not take this tragedy and not heal from it.
Right.
And
continue
to perpetuate the cycle that we have and call it culture. It's pretty much what he said, because I think that's what we
that's the nail on the coffin. We glorify it all. We even got some people, you got J. Cole that's spitting, trying to spit knowledge to whoever's listening. And you really have a group of people that's out there saying, I ain't trying to save the world. We got to stop that. Even if you not. Let that be you.
Right.
Just try to be better.
Like, you ain't got to sit there, I ain't trying to save the world. Fuck bitches, get the whole dibby, dabba, dabba, dabba. Like, come on now. Like, that ain't even cool, bruh.
Like I always say, it's enough bitter in the world. Why add to it?
Absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, man, we just gotta continue to be a positive light, man. Maybe not everybody, but if enough of us unite, and come to this common understanding, man. If you a good person already, you perpetuating that positive energy, man. Keep doing it. Just keep doing it, man. Like you said, the marathon got to continue. And Nipsey himself, and we know. People that, really know, man, they know it's a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. It ain't about to happen, but overnight. But we are very powerful, man, when we can continue to be positive, man, and try to do outreach and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? But, yeah, we can, I know we getting a little short on time, but we just got to be positive, man.
Yeah. Most definitely. Be positive and respect each other. For real.
Get involved, man.
Get involved.
Really.
And we also have to learn, when you teach somebody, you teach people, don't belittle them.
Absolutely.
Too much.
Yeah, we belittle each other
too much.
Because no one knows everything.
Right.
You can be educated from an old man to a middle-aged man to a child. Had this situation, I was doing some hot shit, or was about to do some hot shit. Hit me up on the phone. Oh, all you need is a social, and you can do X, Y, and Z, flip this, that, or the other. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go through with this. Shit, little girl was in the room, walked in the room, had to be like 4 or 5. I had to be like 6 or 7. Looked me dead in my eyes. Be careful, and just walked away. I was like, come here. What'd you just say to me? Started doing some little kid shit. I was like, you know what? I listened to the sign. I listened to the sign that day. I was like, you know what, you guys, I'm good. People salty at me, but hey, when stuff like that happens just blatantly out of nowhere, she came up to me and was just like, be careful, and walked away.
What are you talking about?
Right. A simpler minded person to just be like, just probably would have waved up. What you talking about? Man, get this money. Stop it.
There ain't no coincidence.
Right.
Yeah.
You bet.
Another hot topic also is social media. You know, with the age of social media, everybody's connected and stuff, and you know what that means.
The best thing / the worst thing that has happened to the world.
Nothing's private, nothing's sacred anymore. Everything's.
Let's talk about the positives first. You got a friend all the way in China.
Yeah, networking.
I want to see my friend. You know, I lost my phone. Oh, there's an app for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I haven't seen my best friend in forever. Let me FaceTime him. I have a long distance relationship. Let me FaceTime the person that I love. Like, I don't have too much really going on for me, but I know I have this product, whatever it may be, lip gloss, the body, you know, whatever. I can use social media to promote X, Y, and Z, and depending on, you know, my following, I can actually make a living off of this.
Yeah. Not to quote Thanos or anything, or it's something I believe in too, but like, you just gotta have that balance. You can't be just like all consumed by social media.
And there's the flip side.
Yeah.
Some people
just come
the
consumed.
filters. People learn how the angles Drake talked about. She know how to work the angles. Like, some people just get so enthralled in it because they feel like my life, this is the life that I want people to see.
Become a
versus,
whole new person
right.
on the internet.
But in all actuality, is this, that, the other, and you put so much energy trying to become this person on social media, you actually forget, like, hey,
How
you
to be a person in real life.
got shit going on. Like, not to spread no tea, but I'm gonna just say I got a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend, but it's really me. But I got a friend. Trying to try to do a relationship with somebody, but they were just so enthralled in social media. Their whole mentality about how to approach life was just really crazy. Like, 2 days in, like, let me get $400. For one, who are you? Like, for real.
City girls.
Right.
Wild.
Right. Hey.
Flued out.
Hey, I understand if you're looking for a nigga with a big check. But just know, everybody ain't out here like that. Right. You feel me? But it is what it is. We all striving, but shit. It is what it is.
Right.
Right. Call it what you want. There it is.
And on the flip side to what Joe was saying about the way I look at it on social media, one of the cons is, for me personally, I think it's another tool to take people for granted. Because you know how you say, you know, I ain't seen my friend XYZ how long, you know. Back then we was writing letters, you know. Right. Now we can just text an email, or you can just look at their photo album on Facebook. You see them all the time. So it's like you see them all the time, just like you see your coworkers all the time. So unless you a person that's someone not like myself, because I'm like, I be a caveman. I go in a hermit mode, and you won't see me for a while. If you somebody that's just seeing them every day, you just take it for granted. So they might live, you know, hundreds of thousands of miles away, but you treat them like they just next door because you seeing pictures and videos or whatever. And then something happens, and then you feel like, damn, like I lost my friend, or we ain't cool, or whatever the case may be. Because you didn't appreciate that person enough to actually reach out to them to meet head to head, or just hear their voice, just because you was just satisfied through just text. And that's one of the drawbacks of texting. Like,
right. And I think we get so caught up in our, you know, we kind of getting off topic, but we get so caught up in this stuff that, man, back then, you got on your skateboard, you got on your bike, you got on your scooter.
You got out the house. You went across, not even just around the corner. You went going across town to see your buddies. Across town. Mama don't know.
Right, yeah. Like, I don't know if dude at home or not, but
let's go. Right.
You know what I mean? And now, like
Around
you
the block.
said, it is sad, man, because I got a couple homies and stuff, man. I'll be sitting there talking to them, talking about them, and I go look. All right, man. I guess they cool.
But
they just posted the picture today,
Right.
and that's really, it's sad, man. But I think the deeper part about it is, the real drawback of it is there is no privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, man. Like people's real intimate moments, man. Somebody always there
Getting put on
to try
blast,
to
man.
get a camera. I have not seen it, but allegedly there's videotape of Lauren London being very frantic going into the hospital, and I'm just like, who?
Why?
That video? Like, you are like, and if you are taking that video, you are,
No integrity.
you know what's going on.
No integrity.
Clearly. You know what I mean? You know what's going on.
Like, why?
Because if you're in your phone that much where you were like ready to go, like when she was coming in, like you know what's going on. So, dude, that's just that's ridiculous, man. But that's everybody. Like man, somebody get on. They might search some nefarious stuff back in the day. Like everybody ain't perfect, man. Some people into certain stuff, man.
Bro,
you know what I mean? But I feel like as soon as you get on, such a search history. It's like, dang, now that's all. It's like, man, like we really, but that's just the world we live in.
Kevin
but
Hart
it's just
didn't,
like,
lost the Oscars because of that.
yeah. But it's just like, man, dude. But I do feel a certain way about that though.
With Kevin Hart.
About some stuff that you tweet out there. Please believe it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about where in the intimate moments somebody is there videotaping.
Yeah, that too.
To put you up because you have some kind of status, or even if you don't, somebody like you ever wonder like if you watch like stuff on YouTube or you watch stuff on Twitter, it's like how did somebody just happen to have a camera out in this situation? But that goes to show you, man, I can go to the store right now and somebody might just be videotaping just because I'm on social media.
Right.
It's just like that's. Everybody a newscaster. Like,
Man,
we want clout so bad.
Yeah.
That's the problem. All four of us, we can drive up to the corner store right now and set up a scene where we about to square up with each other, and somebody gonna pull their camera out.
Somebody
We'll
really
be on
drunk
Rockstar.
walking
Because
down the
they
street
want to see it.
instead of helping them or something.
Versus
like
like,
that.
hey, yo, what's going on? No, not right here. The cops can come and stuff, shit like that. No. World Star.
We've been desensitized.
All right. Recently, the Browns had a press conference. OBJ was there. He had some. You could tell he really wanted to be here. Like
dog check.
energy. Yeah, for real.
Did you see that video?
Dog.
Did you see that video?
Yeah.
That was hard. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta cut this off. I gotta say this first because y'all know me. I don't care. Ever since everything that happened with Kaepernick, I really don't care about the NFL. I really don't care about the NFL. But just seeing his enthusiasm, his vigor, and just his energy, we need a player like that on the team because we have good players, but we don't have anybody that has like and we don't have anybody that's like outspoken. Like we know OBJ to be
a Baker, but but now we got a conglomerate of people that's like
an extroverted individual,
right? Yeah. And I think what I like about it so much is all this stuff is coming around, man. Colin Cowherd throwing his shots. Like, I got a source that says Odell really wanted to go to LA. He don't really want to live in the Midwest and all this and all that. OBJ up here like, man, look, I'm just trying to play. I'm trying to win. Like, that's all that
football
matters.
Is
like,
his first love.
Right, yeah. Football is what brought me here. Football is what I love to do.
For perfect example, Paul George going to OKC. He wanted to go to LA, but shoot, LA ain't show no interest. Yeah, he Odell might have actually legitimately wanted to go to LA. Probably somewhere in his heart, he probably still wants to be in LA. But at the end of the day, you looking at like, I could be in LA, but this roster right here.
Yeah.
Right. And he here with his best friend. They played against each other, rival schools and everything. Oh, wow. But went to the same college, played together. That's his best friend. Like I just think that
with that beard.
Right. I just think that Cleveland got the swag, man. Yeah. The swagger.
Hashtag dog. Right. Like what Odell said, I was scared he didn't want to be here. When it first happened. Two things that went through my head when it first happened. This fake. Like, this ain't real. Stop playing with me. I put my phone down. I was like, you know what? I picked my phone right back up.
Walmart,
I went to Bleacher Report. I went to ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was hype. And then I text all of y'all.
Right.
And then the first thing the first thing that happened, LeBron posted a picture. Oh, we got Odell. Shit about to go down.
He gonna start a campaign. It's gonna be dog check.
And I don't see this shit. I don't see the normal Cleveland shit happening.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Like, I'm not even a football person, and I'm excited.
I was trying to tell y'all before this, like.
Whoa. No one expected Odell to be traded. So let's just count that factor in.
Yeah, we did.
Right, let's just count that factor in.
We didn't expect him to come here,
but we said it was more positive, though.
Right, you did guys say we should be more positive.
Like it was a shift.
But prior to that, it was just like we doing. But outside of the draft, to be fair, we doing the same Cleveland stuff.
The Cavs. What they doing?
We straight though. You want to know why we straight?
Bulls,
I was just about to say, like, we straight.
Been balling.
As long as we get a full, like, knowing the Cavs, they gonna do some Cavs shit. Hashtag trust the process. We gonna trade.
Hashtag Cavs shit.
Right. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna take a L another year. We're gonna trade Love for whatever. We're going to take an L that entire year to get another draft pick. On top of the draft pick we got with Kevin Love, and we're going to try it again. I see them doing some dumb shit like that. I say keep Love, get a real coach. We already going to have a decent number in the draft. Draft right, you got a big three. Like Love, he giving you at least on a decent day, he going to give you 17 and 10.
17 to 20.
No. Whoa. I'm going to give you 17 to 9 or 10. But Colin Sexton, he gonna give you 20. Yeah. It ain't been in a winning fashion, but shit.
Well,
Damian Lillard was the same way for a hot second. People sleep on Damian Lillard. People don't even consider Damian Lillard as being one of the flyest point guards in the league, just like they did with Kyrie. Let me tell you something. People gas Kyrie up, but let's just be all the way honest. People weren't looking at Kyrie when he first entered the league. No. Like he been doing this shit. If you want to be all the way, we from Cleveland, we know. Kyrie been doing this shit. He just got LeBron back. Edit. But he been doing that shit. LeBron come to the team. For one, you Kyrie, you hear this shit. Fuck LeBron, this your team. Because you know that's that Cleveland shit. Like, we still a little bitter, but we see this dude breaking ankles, but it just ain't on TV and ain't getting no clout.
And I'm going to keep it 100. To your point, I don't mean to cut you off.
Right.
You can't tell me they wasn't saying that in the building.
Saying what?
The same thing you just said.
About who, Colin?
F. LeBron and all that.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely. Telling him that every day.
Like,
I guarantee it.
People, when he first left, it was F. LeBron. It was. After that first year, you know what? Whatever. It wasn't even a bad. It was still a bad breakup, but it was like, you know what?
After the
Mavericks, I can't even follow you on Instagram no more.
Right. After the Mavericks beat them in the finals, they was like, okay,
whatever.
Yeah.
So, but then you hear rumors like Dan Gilbert apologized. LeBron coming back, but then you Kyrie. You been hearing fuck LeBron, and this nigga come back, and all of a sudden this dude just got all to say so. I'm not mad that Kyrie left. Because he saw the ship sinking, but he saw the iceberg before the Titanic hit him. I'm just saying, he saw the Titanic on
He was in the crow's nest.
I am so sorry, y'all. It's a real life tragedy, but I just think of this movie. I am so sorry to.
He was in the crow's nest.
Right, absolutely.
Binoculars.
But Kyrie saw that shit. I want to trade. You about to trade me for who? You was about to trade me for Paul George? Respectfully enough, you know, I ain't mad at it. I want to try to keep Kyrie. Right. But you trying to trade me, I want out. So I ain't mad at it. But to jump back to Colin, like, he doing the same shit Lillard did. He doing the same. I ain't going to say Kyrie. Kyrie got the best handles, like, ever. But like Allen Iverson started that shit, but Kyrie perfected that shit. Like
Lillard got that basketball IQ.
He got that basketball IQ, and he is clutch. Yeah. He is clutch. He is clutch. He been doing this shit. It's just now been in a winning fashion. We need one more person. If you gonna trade Love, make a power move. Get a nice pick in the draft. If you gonna trade Love, make sure it's trade worthy. I'm talking blockbuster trade. Tobias Harris for Kevin Love. Goddamn, we ain't gonna get Ant Davis unless we trade.
Hell no.
We ain't gonna get a
trade
person.
like 3 people for that.
But if we get we trade Kevin Love for Kyle Kuzma. Like
Stone.
Right. Like we could get it, but we straight all the way off the
y'all
Browns.
so dead. I'm like, y'all on NBA now.
I was gonna sound like the fans.
But that low key, segue us in the NBA if you wanted to, flip the script.
Like MLB,
It's been real, gentlemen.
All right,
I must get going.
Edit.
He just gave us. He been playing too much second.
I was a strong
second
fist
row.
bump,
How you
man.
say it?
Break my
Second
hand.
Second row. See over here bowing.
I said it's been real, fellas.
Yeah,
Bow to us.
did the bow.
I did. That was. I was at the house throwing punches like this, and up here like, hoi. Do a bitch at the end of it.
Bruce Leroy. All right.
I get started fighting gorillas and shit. I'm like, goddamn, I keep getting stomped out by the animals, the bulls, the gorillas.
Right.
But all right,
But
bro.
I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me keep me updated. Let me
Oh, you already
how
know.
work going.
But
Yeah, you right, because the MLB, I was gonna make fun like Indians are trash, but we 4-3 right now, so
it's
beginning
still 500 games left.
But I know that's what I'm saying. It's
so-
a 162 game season, so all right, man. Moving on.
Right.
James Gunn is back as director of Guardians 3.
I'm gonna have some claps right here.
Yeah, I mean, just like we were saying before, this cancel culture is just, I don't know, it's crazy. They act like people can't evolve and stuff. And that was over years ago. I kind of seen this happen.
We're a here and now type of people.
Yeah.
Like,
and
oh my goodness, something bad happened. Oh my God, we have to take immediate action. Like, it's okay to just process things, let people talk. But as long as you're not talking, all that other shit's irrelevant. Like, that's all they had to do. When them tweets came out, just sit back and relax, process it. Let like a month go by and see how people still react to it. If the reaction has changed or people ain't even talking about it no more, I'm letting that shit ride.
Because, like, he made the Guardians hot. I ain't gonna lie, I was talking to a girl today at work. She was trying to ask what was Marvel and that. So I was like, that Guardians movie? Oh, yeah, that's Marvel, isn't it?
Now,
Like,
prior to the
everybody
Guardians
in that.
movie, was that really something, when you think Marvel, was that really something?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had no idea who
Nobody
the
knows.
Guardians of the Galaxy is, bro.
He made that shit hot.
I didn't know Peter Quill. I didn't know Gamora. I didn't know I Am Groot. I ain't know none of them. I didn't know Yondu. I knew Yoda. I ain't know Yondu. I ain't know none of them people, man.
I
I'm
know
telling you that
Yoda.
right now. But you know what I'm gonna say, man? This is about to be off the wall and real left field because only me and Joe really talk about this, man. On the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's funny that Batista gets a big match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Batista was the most vocal one out of all the people.
It was a lot of crew people.
I mean,
talking.
yeah, but he was the most vocal one.
He was.
About not doing a movie and all this and all that. And I just feel like it's funny that right after he gets his match and he got all this TV time and stuff, that James Gunn gets brought back. I feel like maybe Vince I think it's some cross promotion, man.
Let's just be real. Outside of the what's the black girl's name?
Gamora.
Gamora. Outside of her,
What's her real name?
Yeah, right. Right. But
Zoe
Saldana.
But outside of her, Sky-Lord and Batista. Yeah, because he took that L.
Chris Pratt
And Batista. If either one of these dudes say they out, it's a problem.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Like out of them two, like if the chick says she want to be out, you can kill her off. If I Am Groot want to quit, if Vin Diesel want to quit,
right?
He went on an adventure. He ain't gonna be with us. You can easily write him out. But if Sky-Lord or Batista quit, it's a problem. It's a big problem because Batista funny as fucking that bitch.
Right. And he mastered the.
I feel like what you said, Zoe Saldana too.
But I think if she did try to do the out thing, no shade.
Ain't no shade, but I think they can.
Like if she decided to make that
find
move,
another person in green makeup.
Okay, we'll just kill her off.
Which already happened,
man.
Exactly.
Or what they did with Terrence Howard,
bruh. All right, Jared. See, you went too far. Now I'm gonna say this. I like Don Cheadle, but every time I see him, it irks me because they really took a caramel dude.
Light skin. He was light
with hair.
He's caramel.
He's like
Terrence Howard. He's caramel.
Light skin caramel.
Terrence Howard is
You know
light
what?
skin.
And
You
y'all
know
can't
we're
see
not
us.
playing
He is not
caramel.
just skin complexion.
Y'all can't see us, but camera coming soon. I literally looked at Jared because I wanted to say the right thing. I didn't want to be offensive, so I said caramel. But then Jared gets pissed. Light skin. But anyway, light skin. Whatever, dude. They took this man with green eyes, and then they replaced him with Don Cheadle, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You're not fooling
And
no
then,
one.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
Where's Walter? What doesn't belong?
man, I just feel. I mean,
don't know.
Don't get me wrong. Don Cheadle does good as Rhodey, but it's just like every time I think about
I just heard.
I'm like, come on.
Do you think it was hard? It was true what they said, like he was hard to work with, Terrence Howard.
You know what I think it really was? He understands that if he did this superhero movie and kept this shit going, his career would be.
He'd probably be typecast.
Superhero movies, really, you know. Well, them type of movies like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He finally got his own little TV show.
You know who I feel for? Jon Snow and Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
You don't think he get nothing else?
He was in Pompeii, and that movie was shitty. And then, what's her name? The girl played Daenerys. She was in the Terminator Genesis, and that.
She's in some stuff, but she's so.
Right.
I think the people just gonna be
sorry,
thinking
T.
her mother and dragons and the
I'm
bastard.
sorry, T.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. But she fine though. She gonna be in some stuff.
This is our top, but did you see that? Did you see their pictures from the premiere? I never want to see them look that clean cut. And then everybody from Game of Thrones need to be rough and grungy and looking dirty.
Oh, dang.
They look weird, clean cut and stuff. Like
I haven't seen it yet. I got to see this now.
Bruh, they look so weird.
But
But anyway,
man, I feel like they tried to sneak one in on us, and it's like, come on.
I feel like Disney was like, they already knew they was gonna hire him back. They take, hey James Gunn, man, it's hot right now. You just take this L real fast.
They tried to replace L DeBarge.
We're gonna
Bill
bring you
Cosby.
back. We're gonna bring you back.
Remember, talk. They probably we're gonna act like we fired you, but in all actuality,
Yeah, just take this L real fast.
right. Just take this
We
L
know
real
we
fast.
really
We
need
give
you.
you a 10%
Right, that's what I'm saying.
increase. You're good. You're good. Just.
No,
wait
you
it.
know what I think it was, man? And people want to make fun of DC. I think it was the fact that he got brought in to be the director of the reboot of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
I think Marvel
And
was
they
like,
getting rid of
oh,
Elvis.
wait a minute.
They getting rid of Elvis.
Yeah, saw that shit on Yahoo right before I came.
He's not
up
gonna
here.
be Deadshot anymore.
They getting rid. They ain't no dead shot in there.
Only dude that's coming back is the dude that played Boomerang. I was like, what?
What about
The
Margot
Kevin
Robbie
Love
as
of the Suicide Squad.
Oh, well, she
Harley
got her
Quinn.
own thing, Birds of Prey, so,
Yeah,
she's still going to be in the universe, but I think that might have been something, too. They like, oh, wait a
Speaking
minute.
of DC too, I mean I should have put this on top of the list, but like people are saying Shazam is fucking amazing. I don't want to overhype it, but they saying it's good.
I haven't seen it.
Like it's good. It's DC's one,
You know what, man?
and tons of people are saying it.
I'm going to put it
DC
this
makes
way.
great movies, just not Justice League.
I'm going to put it this way.
They said what you see. You're not on Facebook anymore, but it was like DC movies not in the DC.
No, I saw all that. That was
cinematic
excellent,
universe,
right? Yeah.
the extended universe.
Everything is better than except the
Let's just
the
keep
movie
it real.
universes.
Green Lantern.
That's it.
Outside of Green Lantern and Justice League, they've made hits.
That's what I'm saying. Outside when they don't try to do the universe shit. It's
Like they ain't got to be like Marvel, and that's cool. That's cool. Aquaman was a hit. Suicide was a hit. I just saw the
Bruh.
trailer. I just saw the
Suicide
new
was
trailer.
a hit. It was money wise, and people still thought it was shitty.
I mean, it was cool, but it was still, it did its numbers.
Yeah.
Joker was whatever, but they remaking the Joker, and I just saw the trailer for it.
That's something separate though. So
I understand, but still, it's still part of DC, right?
I see
Yeah,
mixed.
it shows the DC logo.
People
don't
are
it?
mixing.
Right.
Some people say May. Some people say like this shit look great. Man.
Like they're showing like their own interpretation of how the Joker became who he was. Like, how could you not appreciate that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like DC,
And
they're going a completely different route than what Marvel would do. Like they making villain movies. How did the Joker become the Joker?
That's what I'm saying.
I saw the trailer. He's sitting there, just tossed a bucket of water on his mama's face while she in the tub like that.
But like we always
Man, that
say,
shit- man,
with
that shit
DC
look-
you could do that because they have more intriguing villains. Like Marvel villains, they show them like, oh,
Right.
it's only a few of
I'm
them.
a bad guy. Stop
A few of
me.
them like they did well with Thanos. That's about it. I mean, in Killmonger.
Right.
So throw him in there, but
But DC, hey,
Yeah, like you said, I'm a bad guy. I'm gonna just kill people and fuck shit up, and then at the end, the superheroes just punch harder.
Right.
Except Thanos.
Except that snap.
Not even Thanos. In Doctor Strange, he beat him with wits.
Yeah. My man Thanos gave Paul them hands, bro.
He definitely did. But moving on, bro. Like we was talking about the tickets earlier. Man, like I heard AMC websites for the in-game tickets were crashing down. Like,
bro, I seen on Twitter.
And then in Fandango, you had to stand in the digital line. It's like,
yes.
Surely your time is coming soon. Like, you can tell Fandango was prepared because that shit didn't crash, but it's like, because I've never seen the screens like, you're in the digital line. Because they was definitely prepared. So they're like, we're not going to crash. We're just going to have, like, only so many people can get their tickets and defend this time.
I've seen people say online, like, I've been in the queue. I've been waiting for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Cause I'm gonna tell you what happened to me.
What'd you say? About Cleveland? Like, right. Those are niggas in LA and Chicago.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, man. I signed up for the update, but my phone be on silent net, you know what I'm saying? So I can get the notification when the tickets go on sale. But my phone be on silent. So I go on break. I look at my phone and say, Avengers tickets available. 2 minutes. I go and I go on there, I look at the time I want, bruh, 75% of the theater gone. I said 2 minutes.
Damn.
But I was able to go on there and go straight to, Regal, the actual Regal.
I did too. Once you said that, but I was like,
right away, I got my tickets and I was like, God, but like, right after I text y'all, you went on there. Well, and you was like, whoa, these seats look real, like,
I was like,
funny, bro.
but see, no, it was straight. It was low key O'Day then, but I was like, okay, let me hit up John, then Joe, and then you already said. I was like, okay, let me hit up Joe, my brother, and my cousin. And
by the time you did that,
it was like,
bruh,
damn. So that's why I was like, I'm going to Silver Spot, and then they had seats open and stuff, and it wasn't looking as crazy. They had seats for 10, like I said, but my brother was like, he got a new job now. He don't know if he works Saturday.
Right, it's pretty hard to.
3 hours.
And you gotta think 3-hour movie, 10 on a Friday after you done worked all week.
Right,
it's gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. Like I might just take PTO that day. Honestly.
Yeah, you might have to.
I'm just gonna take.
Get all your rest out.
Days gone.
I'm about to be like a child. I'm going to the restroom before I go in there.
Right,
and everything
like Captain Marvel.
3 hours, but I think it's gonna be so entertaining. Them 3 hours will go past. We ain't even go.
Yeah, right. And then speaking of theaters too, I think I saw that one theater that they might just be like trying different times and different. I think I saw the video trying different times and like Ant-Man might be the key for like, because it'd be like something like Edge of Tomorrow. Okay, they failed. We're gonna try this again and stuff like that. I think Ant-Man might be the key with him going down to the quantum zone or something like that. It affects time, and they say you could tell by what's her name, hair, Black Widow's hair, because it's like real short and blonde, and then long and red.
Right, which real short and blonde is like right after, because that's what she had when the snap happened. Yeah, I think that theory is maybe the most substantial one. Like they're gonna keep trying.
Yeah,
and the theory that I just seen, it took place after the trailer, the little teaser trailer or inside look or whatever, or exclusive look or whatever they put the trailer out with that when the tickets went on sale, which was dope, by the way.
Yeah.
And I give it to you, when Thanos show up, man, I'm like, man, this dude is hard though.
Because one time,
this dude is the truth, though.
Right,
like he just show up, it's like, damn.
He starts narrating.
Right, he starts narrating this like, oh man, this dude be saying some stuff to them, man.
Right,
he's the Jay Prince of the MCU.
Yeah, because like you said, like he shows up and he's in his sword and helmet. But when you see him again later that year, when the Avengers come to him, he's like in no helmet or sword. So they think that's like a different time as well.
Yeah, it's like it really makes you wonder, like why is he getting beamed down? Mm-hmm. There's so many theories, and the one theory I saw was that they immediately like all the stuff we've seen, because the Russo brothers themselves said that the stuff we've seen may be fake, Or,
Yeah, that's the thing too. You can't like,
and a lot of stuff they've been releasing is the first 15 minutes of the movie. So I believe, and you know, I can't stay off, man. I'm so like, I wish the 26 would come because I keep like taking myself further and further down the rabbit hole.
Bro.
I watch so many theories and stuff, and I'm like, dang, man, these dudes about to spoil it for me because they have some stuff that's like,
bro.
There's some scenes that they said already been showed. Yeah, they said the scenes already been showed and stuff. So I kind of already know how the first 15 minutes go. You know what I mean? Kind of goes with this movie, and it's like okay, like I was kind of telling y'all, I kind of feel like they gonna be like they gonna try to hit back, or they gonna try to do this, and they gonna keep on like losing. You know, little small battles, and then eventually they gonna figure out okay, this is what we got to do. And I feel like that was kind of set up when Doctor Strange did them. You know, went and saw the 14 million. I feel like they was kind of destined to be stuck in this, like, all right, we just gonna keep trying, trying. And I feel like eventually Thanos just gonna be like, okay, dude, that's it. Like, I'm tired of y'all. Like, y'all getting on my nerves, you know. Like, I feel like he gonna be like, all right, these peasants, and then man. You know, and then I think that's when the movie really gonna be like, yeah. They gonna do I feel like that's when the movie gonna kick up.
He
like,
gets small and go up.
No, I'm not rocking with that one.
The internet running with that theory hard. It's low-key funny, though.
It's funny, but I'm not gonna rock with that.
Did you see how Josh Brolin responded to that?
No, that was hilarious.
He was on the toilet.
Like, bro, that is so funny. Dude that played
Thanos. Yeah.
Bro, that was
He's like, how respond to that theory?
Bro, that was so funny, man. Oh my god, and that's another thing I like about that though, man. They are very like funny, man. Yeah. Like they take a lot of the stuff. Did you hear the one thing about Tom Holland?
Yeah, he
that was hilarious. They don't give him a script.
No, they give him a script, but they don't say who he's talking to or anything like that, or where he's supposed to be positioned. Because last time he didn't remain that tight-lipped about everything.
Yeah, he's very bad at spoilers. The guy that plays Spider-Man. So they give him his part of the script, but they don't tell him who he's talking to. Or anything they give him like vague.
Wow.
Like they give him like this vague description of what's going on.
Wow.
Because he talked too much. Because he's a younger kid. So right. Like he's like trying to tell her everything so quick, you know. I thought that was hilarious, man. Like they give him his part of the script, and then he just got to like wing it, which actually he does pretty good. Yeah, when you think about it.
He's a good actor. You be seeing the Game of Thrones theories or videos about that?
No, because I've been so enthralled in this Endgame, and I don't want to.
This
and the funny part about it is, for some reason,
this month
because I think this way about it. I feel like if I get Game of Thrones videos and stuff, I'm gonna really be hurt if it spoils it. I feel like with Endgame, it's going to be. Theories? I think like Endgame is going to be entertaining enough for me to be like, okay, I knew that was coming, but still. Yeah. But I feel like Game of Thrones is too sacred for me. Like, I can't. I just feel like I would be so sorry.
You heard about? Can I tell you one?
Yeah.
The Night King might be a Stark.
Wow.
They think
I didn't. No,
it's also another theory he might be Bran. I don't think that was true.
Oh yeah,
but because the Stark was part of one of the first men, so that's why they think.
Yeah,
Stark.
I don't know that thing. That text you sent me, I meant to text you back. That was hilarious, bro. Oh my god, man! It said with Bran says, Jon Snow looking crazy.
He's still saying that it's not April Fool's no more.
It's April 2nd, and Brad still saying you begged your aunt. Bro, that was hilarious. And Jon Snow had that face like
bastard.
Bro, that's hilarious. But yeah, man, when is that? That starts not this Sunday. Next Sunday. So I got, man, I am set. I got WrestleMania Sunday.
Right.
My 10th anniversary is on Wednesday. I'll be out of town. Y'all gonna hate me because I'm going to Pittsburgh, of all places.
I heard Pittsburgh is a cool city.
But I heard it's a really nice city, and we might have to take the baby, so I didn't want to go like Chicago or like Atlanta. That's super far drive, with the baby. So I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. But then after that, man, I come back, man, in my weekend. I was some Game of Thrones. Then I'm stuck for the next 2 weeks.
I'm low-key thinking about throwing a watch party for the Battle of Winterfell episode.
I'm down.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it for the first episode, but definitely Battle of Winterfell episode.
I'm down. But yeah, man, if they do some kind of Game of Thrones,
I've been watching videos about that.
Could you imagine if Daenerys brought the dragons and burned up Thanos.
Man, you see that?
Wait,
you see that post? Where it's like when you like Game of Thrones in Avengers, it shows the Night King with the gauntlet.
Oh, dude, Night King on some trash though.
What we say? He's straight about action, no talk.
Night King is a Jay Prince.
He don't say nothing now. I haven't said a word. Yeah. It's funny, the dude who play him is skinny as fuck though.
Yeah, I've seen the dude. I was like, wow, okay.
Get you.
It's crazy.
Done with them.
Yeah, especially the same weekend the Battle of Winterfell and Endgame come out. That reminded that weekend when it was Age of Ultron and the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight.
I feel like that movie was disappointing though.
What? Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
It definitely was, but the hype for it was real.
Yeah.
The hype for it was definitely... It was disappointing. Like when they did that one shot of them like just all kicking at the same time. Like at the beginning, I was like, man, it's like some Power Ranger shit. It's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, but you know what, man? They've been known to do that to us too, man. Mm-hmm. Make these really stupid shots and then fake shots at that.
Well, that's when Joss Whedon was still directing, which he's still a cool director, but he does like his cheesy moments. That's why I like the Russo brothers so much. You know, they from Cleveland, aka, because they have like a more
dog chick.
They know how to direct action, and they more visceral.
Right.
Or what they show, like when you see action, like you understand what they're doing. That's what I hate about Captain Marvel. Like a lot of action scenes, they do these quick jump cuts. So do you want to tell they switching in between a stunt double and a regular, and you can't tell what's going on in action. But like that clip going around now, because the first movie the Russo brothers directed was The Winter Soldier, and you actually see Chris Evans and I forgot the dude who played Winter Soldier. Like going through that whole battle, right. Like outside the Justice Center in Cleveland.
I'm trying to remember that dude's name because
Sebastian something, yeah. And he's like, oh, they really did that shit and choreographed that shit. Like, yeah, like they approach to like action scenes is dope, like the Russo brothers. And then it's crazy though, because like what show they did before that, Community, but they did that directed action, and you would never ever expect that. So. That's all I had to say. What's next on the docket?
I think it's about you being movie theater bougie.
I'm here for it.
Oh, man. Look. Okay. I got my tickets for Endgame for Silver Spot. And if you don't care, this is the movie theater. It has a bar. As soon as you come in, there's a bar. And you can order food, and they deliver the food right to your seat. It's not just food. You can order like salmon and asparagus or steak and stuff. Or you can get a burger, chicken tenders or whatever, things like that. And you can still get regular stuff like popcorn and stuff. They just deliver to your seat. And the drinks. But they had available seats. And the site wasn't crashing. And I had to stand in the line. So that's why I chose that.
Funny thing is, I got an iPhone. But you sound like an iPhone person right now. Their sites weren't crashing. They could give me filet mignon in my seat.
Oh, I didn't even say I don't even get filet mignon.
They deliver it to me.
It's a burger.
John, you're going to go watch that Regal.
Oh, I not even made... Because I went to Regal first, but the seats was just like...
But let me tell y'all.
We all a little
Let me tell y'all
you didn't
why I said this.
Okay. I'm just saying...
There was a tweet. A funny tweet.
Oh.
A meme.
Yeah.
Of... You know, they made like the scene from the Outriders running to, in Wakanda or whatever. Yeah. And it said Regal and AMC Theaters sites right now or whatever.
Right.
Jared retweets it with a comment and says, I went to Silver Spot, bees. And I said, you know what? This is that bougie stuff that, like, nobody asked for that. You know how they do the tweets where it say me and then such and so and then it say nobody? That's you, Jared. Nobody asked for that. But you have to let them know Silver Spot. Half the people don't even know.
I'm trying to put people on. If you saw on Facebook, people was like, shit,
now he's going to be a humanitarian.
Look. People on Facebook was like, you got them. So like, yeah, try Silver Spot. I'm telling you, try Silver Spot. Do this. But I guess when
your Facebook personality is different than your Twitter personality, Jared. That's what I'm saying.
I don't really do nothing on Twitter at all but retweet different stuff.
That's very caucus of you.
Caucus?
Yes.
Whatever. It is not different. It's a joke, though. It's clearly a joke. And then I kind of even said on Facebook, well, I got my tickets.
So I'm going to just I'm gonna be very transparent to these people.
Look, John.
I have tried to go see the last 2 Avenger movies with Jared, man. We go way back, and Jared just can't seem to somehow.
Hold up, it wasn't even my
same theater as me.
But hold up, whose fault was it last time?
Brothers.
Whose fault was it last time?
10 years of the MCU, and we can't get in the same theater.
But last time you gonna say, "Oh, there was no seats." It was no seats at Willoughby. So you went all the way to the west side. But I'm like, bruh, there's tons of seats here, but you already got your tickets.
I mean, but I was retarded.
But yeah, see, it wasn't even my fault.
Whoa, Twitter be tripping. Anyway, whoa.
Somebody said that if they could turn off like what people like.
Yes, I really need that. Like, I be at work and I want to show my dude a video, and
like
all of a sudden it's like, what is that?
Twitter has no filter.
Like, bro,
some crazy shit. Huh?
Not even crazy. It's like Pornhub.
Oh man, whoa!
I mean,
the sequel.
It's crazy. You're
in
a work environment, and then all of a sudden, I mean,
Titty Tuesday.
Bro, it was crazy. No, that wasn't. That was hardcore right there.
Oh yeah, it was all.
So if you compare this to a house, Instagram would be like the main floor.
Facebook is definitely the main floor.
No, I'm saying Facebook is like the bedroom, like more intimate. You know. Share your thoughts type shit.
No, I think Facebook is like the family room.
Okay,
don't
yeah.
Get too crazy in there.
Yeah, because you're the family members on there.
I guess what I'm getting at is
Twitter
either the basement or the attic.
Yeah. Twitter is the attic or the basement.
You're right.
Twitter is the dungeon.
That's where you do your shit at. That's where you do your dirt.
Twitter is the
damn.
The
it's
back
no
room.
type of filter.
Literally. Yeah. Like if you seen what I just saw in the middle of this show.
But John, you low key bougie too, because where do you get your tickets for Richmond? Richmond Mall.
I'm not bougie.
I'm
gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
You
I'm not bougie.
Richmond.
I'm not bougie.
You would have said
no, see, he always tries to deflect.
I'm just saying.
Ever since this show started,
no,
this is Jared's thing. He deflects.
I don't deflect.
First off, you go to Richmond, ain't nobody there to make your popcorn. First off,
you bougie. Why can't you bring your own popcorn?
Because it's illegal, Jared.
Who's gonna stop you at Richmond?
Nobody.
Right.
But it's illegal, Jared.
Who's gonna stop you?
Second, the seats, man.
Seats are very comfortable.
We all know that those
now.
seats are old.
They are.
Like, I think them seats was donated from...
But if you was... Because you bougie, you would have been like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna duck this out for Avengers.
No, Jared.
I'm only here for 3 hours.
I'm not bougie.
Bougie, you like fucking...
Silver Spot, man. Like, listen to the name. Like, what is it? What is that?
Look, it's not that bougie. You just need to go there. For real. You will see like...
We're going to move past this, but we know that Jared gets a little bougie sometimes.
Nah, whatever. You don't know you're in a bougie, though, till you're looking for apartments for real, for real.
I still ain't to that point yet. My credit has not allowed me to be in a bougie. My credit has not allowed me to be bougie picking my places to stay. Yeah.
No, only thing I was big on when picking an apartment is like, I gotta have central air and heat, because I ain't grow up with that shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
I ain't grow up with shit.
If that's called being bougie, then we gotta figure that out.
Because I grew up without that shit.
I can't live that way anymore.
Yeah, I grew up without that shit. I can't have it still being cold with a gravity furnace in the winter.
Oh man,
I'm good on that shit, and I need for it to be cool in the summer. I'm not just opening the window, a fan just blowing hot air. It's supposed to get cool that way. No.
Man, you bring back memories of the
man. I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. That's all the time. Like, it gotta be central air and heat. I ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah. We about to go off topic, but man, do y'all remember the blackout?
Definitely remember the blackout.
Well, that was like what, a week straight, a few days.
It was horrible.
It was a whole night.
No, it was longer than night.
It was like the afternoon to the night.
It was
to
like
maybe
a
morning.
or a couple days or something.
Man, hey, I made it work. We had a gas stove.
We had band practice, and they told us in the middle of band practice, hey.
Man, I had a gas stove. I remember that shit. I made me some baked chicken. I made me a baked chicken breast. No, I wasn't baked though. I put it on the skillet.
Bruh.
I got a match. Put it on the gas. I was straight. Bro, I just can't watch TV.
You wasn't here for Hurricane Sandy. I think you was when we just got that rain and stuff. But my parents' house,
was nuts.
My parents' house, we had power for about a week, and I wasn't even working then.
Damn,
I have a job, so I was just taking showers just to like have time pass by because we still had hot water, but we didn't have no power. My parents would come home and get new batteries for the radio, put that shit on and candles, and we just listen to that. But I was just at home, just like, for real, like that was hard. Like you really like people's like there's people out here and stuff like that, but you don't understand though. Like without power, you try living a week without power now.
Cell phone done.
Right after your
TV, you ain't even thinking about that shit.
Right.
You worried. Parents are worried about the real shit. Like this shit in the refrigerator. This shit about to spoil.
Right.
Like
right. That's what parents said too. Like, is the Illuminate company going to refund this shit? Because the reason why it took so long to power came on, because like a lot of people from the Illuminate company and First Energy went out to the East Coast to help the people, which is a good idea and all. But I think you should
take care of the shit at home.
Right. You should at least waited until take care of shit at home. Then send your people out there. I feel like, because I feel like they have people coming regardless. So, yeah. I mean, I could talk about Division 2.
Division 2, elaborate.
It's a game.
Please.
Division 2.
Let us know what's going on with this, because I've been hearing really good things.
Division 2 is a looter shooter like your Borderlands or Destiny, but it doesn't fall. Borderlands, I say 2 is like the best looter shooter, but like this generation with like Destiny, the first Destiny, the first Division, and Anthem, they just been lacking on content. So like when you get to like beat the game, you get to an end game. They want you to keep replaying different shit so you can get better loot. But I can't stand doing the same shit over and over when you get to the end game. But Division 2 does something different. Which is smart, but something simple. Like just bringing in a whole new faction of enemies in the end game. And then they made more tactical too. It's just like the approach to everything is better. Smoother, like menus, things like that. Most of these looter shooters, when they come online the first day, their servers are so crappy and be so full, they start melting. I'm not saying literally melt. You can't get online, but with Division 2, they fix all those problems. It's like the most polished looter shooter. But basically, you play as like this elite division agent, and I guess there's been an outbreak of smallpox that happened in New York in the first one, and I guess it got to Washington D.C. as well, and they took down like the division agents are going this shade network. Mm-hmm. And that went down. So you're trying to bring back law and order to Washington, D.C., bring back up the Shade Network and things like that. And you shooting a lot of different like enemies and things like that, because it's like 3 different factions that took over D.C. Mm-hmm. You got the Hyenas, who are just like, I guess they're like regular people who's like, oh, we just want to gang together and just do bullshit, be on like some bullshit.
Trash man.
Yeah. We're going to kill these civilians, and we surviving though, you know? They fight style different too, so they just like they don't even take up. They come up to you with the SMGs in one hand, and be like pop, 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 and they send out little RC cars with explosives on them and stuff and blow you up. Then you got the True Sons, where like I guess previous military like people, they form into a group or whatever. They have like these little RC cars that have like razor blades on them and stuff and things of that nature. And they fight more tactical too. They hiding behind cover. They will try to flank you. Like they have the shotgunners that trying to flank you, run up on you, trying to pull up with the shotgun.
You know, that's my gun right there, shotty.
But shout out to the sound design too, because you know when people running up on you, because like okay, the people who run up to you and just like hit you with like a nightstick or things like that, you hear them scream like ah. People with the shotgun, you hear them running, but you hear them breathing hard like. It's like, because they trying to run and pull up, so they're going to be breathing hard, so you hear that shit. Like, shout out to the sound design. The Outcasts, I'm not sure what group of people they used to be. I got to look more into that, but the last faction that come in, I haven't got to that point, but I heard they the truth. Like, they way more tactical, everything. They got, like, the best equipment. They call it the Black Tusk, It's like this paramilitary group. They drones and stuff. They don't send on RC cars. They send on, like, robotic dogs at your ass, and just, like, just be shooting shit at you. Right. And then you have flying drones and things of that nature. Like, I can't wait to get to the end game for real. And me and my homie Kyle, Philly, but he from Pittsburgh, been on that shit hard.
I told you. Mm-hmm. I told you.
What?
That's gonna be what it is. Philly, but I'm from Pittsburgh.
I told him that too. He was laughing. Like, that's where everybody call you here. Like, Philly, but you from Pittsburgh.
Called it.
But yeah, that's a good game. I have been having fun with that. That's why I can't beat Sakura right now. Sakura be getting my nerves. Sakura, whatever. I forgot. Like, no homo. But with some of those bosses, I be getting my cheeks clapped with them. No homo.
Bruh. That's hilarious.
Like, bruh. It's, some of that shit is hard. Get on my nerves. But yeah, man, that's all we got for the episode, man. Joe, what's the time at?
1 hour and 57 minutes.
Oh shit! Like I knew it was gonna be. I was like, it's probably gonna be like between hour 40 and 2 hours.
Yeah, man, it's cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm cool on this shit too. But Joe, moral of the story.
Moral of the story. Nipsey, I've been bumping you all week. Last time that I checked, you a real one,
You
bro.
gotta play that. So let's see, cut off.
But yeah.
Mario, moral of the story.
Mario Allen.
That's what's up, bruh.
Mario Allen? Bro, that was the greatest way we ever started the show, dude. That was hilarious.
John, moral of the story.
Why was that shit so funny?
I don't know why.
Mario Allen.
Right. My moral of the story really is just saying, let's evolve, let's level up, let's keep the marathon going.
My moral of the story. Piggyback with everything they had to say, rest in peace, Nipsey. Continue the marathon.
R.I.P. Nip.
R.I.P. Nip. Such great strive to be more like him. And then also, man, my April's about to be lit with this Game of Thrones and Avengers. I cannot wait. Black responsibly.